Hi there. It's been a bit of time since we've spoken to you last, and I just want to give you an update of where a number of matters are at. Firstly, the work value case. You'd be aware that there's been a lot of preparation done, and we've still got Ward in here working for us, seconded in his second secondment, doing all the research and putting together all the spreadsheets regarding the differences of the clinical issues between states, wage rates between states, and looking at the specialist classifications. Witness statements are being gathered at the moment, and the union's submissions are being put together. And at this stage, we believe the case might be heard in November. That's when it's likely to be scheduled, although it could be put back either to later in the year or possibly even into January. But we'll know more about that over the next week or two when we finalise some agreed facts issues with Ambulance Victoria. Tomorrow, the 8th of September, we are meeting with Ambulance Victoria again to try and work through and agree on more facts. So there's little debate or contest within the work value case about certain skills, dates, times of changes that have been implemented over the years. With the work value case, it was decided on the 12th of August at the last State Council meeting, because we now need to engage two legal counsel, two barristers for the case, and initially we'd only funded for one barrister, but because the case is so extensive, we now need to have two involved. State Council has moved a resolution on the 12th of August to pass a levy of $35 per member that's covered by the work value case. A detailed letter will come out to you this week. Hopefully over the next couple of days you'll receive a letter in the mail, and this will be to everyone that's covered by the case. So anyone that's not covered by the case won't have to pay the levy, and it will also explain the reasons why, but also the way that we expect the payment to be made. I know that may not please every member, but we want to run the best possible case. We know that it's such a big case, we know we need to have two barristers on board to run that case for us. You only get one opportunity in 20 years, 15 to 20 years to do work value cases, and we want to make it the best possible outcome for us. So levy will be engaged, and if anyone has any concerns, then come back to me, and we can talk about it over the phone if need be, or face to face. The other bit of news I want to pass on to you is that we have made a further appointment in the union office for a 12-month fixed-term appointment as a union organiser, helping us out in the AEA office. And that person that's been appointed is Olga Bartasek. She'll commence on the 28th of September for the next 12 months. I'm pleased to say and thank AV for releasing Olga on leave without pay for that period. Primarily, Olga will concentrate on a lot of issues within the private sector, but if there are issues that need to be dealt with in the public sector, then Olga will assist on those issues. So we wish her well and look forward to Olga coming into the office, and I'm sure she'll do a good job for AEA members. The drop shifts that are still going on out there, we're hearing various stories about people making themselves available, not being contacted, or have been contacted for recalls, and because they didn't take the recall, they weren't given full shift overtime. The union is still looking for information regarding drop shifts because we want to get to the bottom of this and try and rectify some of the issues here. There seems to be mixed messages coming from either side. We've been told one thing from our members and something different from AV. So if you can pass on all the information that you've got regarding any drop shifts or your availability if you weren't provided a vacant shift or an overtime shift. New and upgraded branches, you would have noticed that there's been a number of announcements recently where the government have announced a number of new branches to be built or a number of branches to be upgraded and improved on their current facilities. I believe there will be further announcements in the next few weeks, so it's a great time to see that money has been spent on these facilities and new facilities, and we need to make the most of these opportunities. And these are some of the good news stories that's going around. For ESTA members, we have been negotiating a new EBA for ESTA members since January. It's getting very close to being resolved. We're hopeful it will be resolved within the next couple of weeks, and hopefully in avoiding any industrial actions. But if that was to occur, then it just meant that that was unavoidable. But as I say, it's getting very close, so we're very hopeful on the ESTA enterprise agreement. And finally, the Ministerial Working Group, doing a lot of good work out there. You may not see it out on the ground at this stage. There is a final report to come towards the end of the year, November or December. Hopefully there'll be some actions come out of that. You'll see a number of things changed regarding call taking dispatch, the grid changes, those sorts of things. Hopefully over the next few months you'll see on the ground some substantial changes to your workload and the types of cases that you're going to and responding to. Ambulance Victoria is hoping to offload 100,000 cases back to the private sector and Revcom over the next 12 months. And if that does eventuate, hopefully you'll see, as emergency responders, a change to your work patterns, and we'll all keep an eye on that. Any feedback from members is welcome, either via email, text, telephone, however you wish to come back to us. If there are issues out there concerning you and your branch, please make contact with us and we'll try and keep you informed as much as we can. Look forward to some bulletins coming out and updating you on a range of issues, and we'll stay in touch. Thanks very much.